The book of Job tells the story of a man named Job who lived in the land of Uz. Job was known for his righteousness and fear of God. He had 7 sons and 3 daughters, as well as vast wealth, thousands of sheep, camels, oxen, and donkeys, and numerous servants. He was widely respected and considered the greatest man in the East. One day, a dialogue took place in heaven between God and Satan. God praised Job's faithfulness, but Satan suggested that Job was pious only because God blessed him. God agreed to let Satan test Job, but stipulated that his life should be spared. Soon, a series of calamities befell Job. In one day he lost all his wealth. Sabaeans stole his oxen and donkeys, fire from heaven burned his sheep, and Chaldeans took away his camels. Worse still, his children died when the house where they were feasting collapsed. Despite these tragedies, Job remained faithful to God, saying, "The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." Satan was allowed another test and afflicted Job with painful sores from the soles of his feet to the crown of his head. Job sat in ashes, scraping himself with a piece of broken pottery. His wife, seeing his suffering, urged him to curse God and die, but Job refused. 3 friends came to Job: Eliphaz from Teman, Bildad from Shua, and Zophar from Naamah. They sat with him in silence for 7 days and nights. Then they began long debates. The friends argued that Job's suffering must be punishment for sin and urged him to repent. Job defended his innocence, not understanding why God was testing him. During these conversations, a young man named Elihu appeared, criticizing both the arguments of Job's friends and Job's attitude. Elihu emphasized God's justice and wisdom, suggesting that suffering might have an educational purpose. Finally, God himself spoke to Job from a whirlwind. He did not explain the reasons for suffering, but through a series of questions, showed Job his omnipotence and wisdom in creating and managing the world. Job, realizing the limitations of human understanding, humbled himself before God. In the end, God criticized Job's friends for their wrong judgments and commanded them to offer sacrifices, asking Job to intercede for them. Then God restored Job's health and prosperity, blessing him even more abundantly than before. Job received twice as much wealth as he had previously, new children, 7 sons and 3 daughters, and lived for another 140 years, seeing 4 generations of his descendants. If you enjoyed this video, leave a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. More book summaries are coming soon. Subscribe and stay tuned.